Hi there. Today we're going to take a look at the basic thesis statement. So let's review really quickly what is a thesis statement. So this is your arguable opinion. This is the whole purpose of your paper, the entire reason why you're writing. The thesis statement is always an opinion. It is never a statement of fact. It's going to be the result of your research. So let's say that you're doing research and you come to a particular conclusion. That conclusion becomes then the thesis statement that the research paper will be about. And any kind of writing that you're doing, it's going to be the purpose. It's going to be the reason behind that. Now, writing a thesis statement for the first time or for the first 100 times can be a little bit intimidating. Sometimes it's difficult to get your opinion down on paper, and so we've come up with this really easy way of writing a really basic thesis statement to help people out. So the easy way to do this is to add I think, I feel, or I believe in front of the actual opinion statement. So we've got some examples here on I think. This is what a novice writer could use to write that really basic thesis statement. So I think dogs are better pets than cats. Write a whole paper on that. I think public schools need more art classes. I think you could write a great editorial for the newspaper on something like that. And I think Mulligan and Associates should consider merging with Dwyer Inc. There's a great start there for an office memo. So just by adding I think at the beginning of an opinion statement turns it into a thesis statement. Very simple way of doing this to get yourself started. I feel is another way to do this. So you can do I think, I feel, or I believe. I've got some examples for you here. I feel that sports and activities should be free for all students. There you go. I feel that keeping a pet snake in a home with a child is irresponsible. Boy, you could write a really opinionated paper on that topic. I feel that Harry Potter series should have been twice as long. And there's one that definitely a lot of people would want to talk about. So by adding the I feel at the beginning of the thesis statement is an easy way to get that thesis started. It can kind of get you off the ground, get you started. And once you're comfortable with this, you can work into more sophisticated thesis statements. I believe is the third way of doing this, really easy here. I believe that drinking coffee gives a person an edge. Maybe that would go with a piece about the medical industry. I believe that smartphones are too distracting for teenagers. There's one that would definitely start some interesting conversation. And I believe that gardening is a healthy activity. Great start there to a magazine article. So just by adding in I think, I feel, or I believe at the beginning of an opinion statement can turn it into a really basic thesis statement, make things super simple to start things out. And then once you feel like you've got that down pretty well, you can move into more sophisticated styles. But this is a great starting point, this basic thesis statement here.